Alrighty, so it is now week 4, because this is my 4th vlog, but week 4 of documenting my journey towards success as a 17-year-old high school graduate. So right now it is currently June 17th and around, what was it, like 1 p.m. last time I checked my phone. But right now we are just outside getting some sunlight because I've been inside for the past 4 hours sitting down, editing videos and doing other stupid schoolwork because I am taking summer school classes right now, if you guys didn't watch my previous vlog. But yeah, so far today has been a pretty productive day. I woke up at 6 a.m., went immediately to the gym, finished at like 8. I had like a calm like hour 45, hour 30 workout. That was chill. I hit both back, bi, and legs, and also forearms. So that was a good ass workout. I'm not gonna lie. But just gonna go shoot some hoops for a bit. I'm not gonna record and get any clips of me playing basketball again because it's getting old since I already did it for like the past couple vlogs. And also because I fucking suck at basketball. I don't play basketball. Literally, like my first time picking up a basketball was like a couple months ago. I'm not gonna lie. Just kidding. I am lying, but I just don't play basketball. And I don't want to keep on embarrassing myself in these stupid ass edits that I'm trying to make. But I am just gonna get some movement just because, again, I've been sitting down for a long ass time. And after I shoot some hoops, probably gonna run to the grocery store, gonna buy some more fruits because, bro, pineapple is a top 3 fruit. Like for me personally, it goes pomegranate, pineapple, and then kiwis. That's my top 3 list. Let me know if that's valid, and then let me know your list so I could critique and judge you guys because people are so judgmental these days. Anyways, I'm playing. But yeah, just going to go shoot some hoops and go on a little grocery run, and then we'll see what I do after that. All right. So my camera was like tweaking out. The gimbal was like tweaking out the entire time. I did end up fixing it though, and we did end up getting the pineapples. Bro, and look at this. I just bought this and it's already pretty much done. So that just shows how much I fiend for pineapples. Little ASMR. But now I don't really know what to do. I don't really want to do any work on my computer right now. Feeling kind of lazy. So we will see when is the next time I pick up the camera. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, it is the 18th now. It is the next day. And yes, I do know that I keep doing this in my vlogs where I just kind of give you guys like a time skip to the next day without even recording anything like insightful or anything of behind the scenes like what I say I'm going to do. And that is something that I am trying to get better at, is finding time to actually record a behind the scenes of what I'm doing, of building my personal brand, building my business, building my career really, and just designing my dream life. That is my overarching goal with these videos, with these vlogging type of videos, is to really just give you guys a behind the scenes insights of what I'm doing to achieve my goals, in hopes that it could inspire you to start the same type of journey. Just to give like a quick rundown of what I did yesterday, I just wrote content. Literally, that's all I did, was just work on more content writing. And I am slowly but surely developing a system for writing effective content. Like I'm really getting the gist of making my own workflow, my own creative workflow. And matter of fact, I think I might just share that. So my bad for the glare. So I am working on this video, how to genuinely lock in this summer. And I've just been drafting. This is very minimally, or actually no, I have not even edited this at all yet. So this is a like raw draft. But really like my whole process of actually coming up with content ideas, like from start to finish. So what I basically do to come up with ideas, here I was just rewatching one of my past videos and seeing how shit it was. But what I do to actually come up with ideas. Holy shit, Brez is buying a new car. But what I do is I just look at my YouTube feed, right? So we have Brez here, we have being a Renaissance person in the 21st century. We have the editor behind Iman Ghazi, the raw reality of running a 150-month business at 19. I'm just looking at these titles and I'm seeing which ones catch my eye. So straight from the get-go, we have this TED Talk one. This is a title that is catching my eye. This is catching my eye. I've watched this one. This one is very intriguing. How to Get Rich with AI 2025 by Jordan Welch. Ben Bader turning 24 in LA. This is a good thumbnail. So basically what I am looking for, I'm just looking for titles and thumbnails that catch my eye. And what I do is I put them in a document. What I'm using is Cortex, which is Dan Koh's writing software, if you guys don't know. So far it is pretty good. I am paying for the premium version, just for Cortex AI, which has been helpful. But what I do is I just put them in a document. So this is my document so far of future potential videos. So I have cinematic video titles because I am trying to get better at recording these like cinematic videos. Then I have my vlog videos, my summaries, and my sit-down videos. And these sit-down videos are basically just like this one right here, the easiest way to become a modern-day polymath, how to learn like Andrew Huberman, how to enter flow state. Those are like my sit-downs. And my vlogs are obviously vlogs, summaries are obviously summaries. But yeah, I just kind of write down titles that resonate with me. And so what I do is I just look for videos that catch my eye. And if I could think of a thumbnail or a title that I think I would use personally, then I just write it down in this document. And another thing that I do is I actually save a lot of videos into my watch later. So I have so many videos. This shit goes on for so long. Like, I'm not even joking. This goes on for so long. And at this point, I think I have more content ideas than I do actual posted videos. But like, to be frankly honest, I'm not gonna watch any of these videos. I mean, I probably will eventually, but most of the time I don't even watch them. I just save them as like videos that catch my eye and that I could potentially use to help me generate ideas for content. And once I do actually find a topic that I want to talk about, I just take it into this document. And so let's just do like a little quick rundown of what I do. So let's take this video for example. You are only 6 months away from anything you want, okay? So I would save to watch later just so I could remember it and refer back to it if I need to. And then I would add it to my list. So that would probably be a sit-down video. And I would just come up with my own title, or I could just steal it. So you are only 6 months away from anything you want. So let's do, you are only 3 months away from becoming an entirely different person. All right, so we have, you are only 3 months away from becoming an entirely different person. That's my twist. That's a decent one. So let's see if you could come up with a different ones. Turn your vlogs from content creator making, how to build a profitable personal brand from scratch with AI. Okay, this is giving me some ideas. So let's do how to build a profitable personal brand while still in school. Content idea right there. So let's say I wanted to roll with this. I would take this idea, I would create a new document. And the framework that I'm following to actually write my content is the APAG framework, which I have also picked up from Dan Koh. And as you guys can probably tell, I do get a lot of my inspiration from Dan Koh. And if you guys don't know who Dan Koh is, this guy is the fucking GOAT. This is one of my main inspirations for actually starting YouTube. This guy right here, this guy is the fucking GOAT. As you can see, I've literally watched every single one of these videos. Damn near every single one of these videos. Holy crap. But yeah, this guy's the fucking GOAT. But basically, what this framework is attention, perspective, advantage, gamify. Now, to break down this framework, attention is the hook. This is what catches the viewer's attention. This is arguably the most important part of any video, is the attention part, because this is what will determine if your audience will actually stick to watching the full length video. And it's obviously something that I have to get better at if I want to make my videos better. This is the most important part of emphasize any piece of content. The hook is the most important of any piece of content. And then we move on to the perspective. Perspective is basically the enemy, all right? Because for every good idea, you need some sort of enemy. Because whether you like it or not, you need to paint a bad picture of something. For example, someone like Paul Saladino, he paints the picture that things like seed oils are bad for you, right? That is his enemy. And if we actually go to Dan Koh's actual newsletter where he explained this in a lot better detail, you want to paint a picture of the enemy or why a perspective is wrong. And someone like Paul Saladino does an absolute beautiful way of doing that. The perspective that he claims is wrong and the thing that he claims to be the enemy is things like big pharma, seed oils. And then this transitions into the next part of this framework, which is the advantage. So paint a picture of the hero, right? Why the perspective that you are trying to push forward is right. And in this case, for Paul Saladino, that is the animal-based diet. So what he is saying is that the enemy is seed oils, big pharma, and processed sugars. And the hero is an animal-based diet with whole foods and organic foods, all right? So he is saying that this is the bad perspective, this is the good perspective. So for right now, we are just painting a picture. We are getting the attention of the viewer. We are saying why something is bad and the solution to fixing that thing. And so gamify is where we give the actionable step-by-step process to actually applying the advantage to your life and solving the problem that the enemy is giving you. So with this framework, I could draft out an outline for this title, How to Build a Profitable Personal Brand While Still in School. So attention, let's just make something up for the sake of this video. Let's say I'm a first year college student making 10K a month, and then give a story on how I used to be broke. Now I'm making a full-time income and paying off college debt all from my laptop in my dorm. This is not true, but just for the sake of the video, that is the hook, right? We are getting the viewer's attention by saying something like, I am a first-year college student making 10K a month, and before I was making 10K a month, I used to be completely broke. And now, after learning what I'm about to tell you in this video, I'm now making a full-time income and paying off college debt all from my laptop in my dorm. The perspective that we are trying to convince the audience to perceive as wrong or bad is that most people get building a personal brand and content creation in general wrong. And this could be because they think that they have to be like an expert to actually be able to build a good personal brand and grow a following on social media. But in reality, you don't have to. And so that is what I'm going to explain in the advantage, that you could still build a personal brand and social media presence knowing nothing. And my testimonial for that is going to be this guy right here, BSM Fredo. This dude documented his whole journey from the start to where he is now, making 50K a month through organic drop shipping. Right? So this dude started in his backyard. Like, we could literally see him walking in his backyard. My example is BSM Fredo. All right? So we have the attention, we have the perspective, which in this case is that people get building a personal brand wrong because they think that they have to be an expert in order to grow on social media. But we are refuting this limiting belief with the idea that you could still build a personal brand and social media presence knowing absolutely nothing. And a prime example of that is BSM Fredo. And I would just go through a whole section of talking about how this guy has built a personal brand and is making thousands of dollars despite knowing absolutely nothing at the beginning. Like, look at this guy. Chest plus back in Yogi land. This dude was smoking weed 2 years ago. And now he is out here living in a Miami penthouse, making 6 figures as a 21-year-old entrepreneur. Boom. And Gamify would just be the actionable step-by-step process of doing that. So that would be, let's just make something up. Wake up at 6 a.m., goon sesh, play Fortnite. Record goon sesh and playing Fortnite. Make a video about that. Post. Boom. Rich. Obviously, this is not a serious example. Do not do this. I do not condone this, but just an example. So that is like my whole process. That is how I make content. Super simple, really. Like, scripting a video or scripting a newsletter is not that fucking hard. You just need to break it down into simple steps. And those simple steps could literally just be 4 little words: attention, perspective, advantage, and gamify. Once you get this idea or this concept like engraved in your head, you could literally write content without even thinking about it. Like this one right here, I literally stayed up until like 12 a.m. writing this within like 30 minutes. No, like maybe even less, like 20 minutes, bro. Like, I was actually locked in making this. It's like content creation is a game of intelligent imitation, which is another thing I picked up from Danco. And what that basically is that if you are familiar with Austin Kleon's book of Steal Like an Artist, which is a pretty fucking popular book within this whole business content creative space, is that you just want to steal like an artist. You want to take ideas from other people, put your own twist on it, and make it your own. And that is it for this video. I know it's a different scenery, but I just realized that I forgot to record a conclusion for that last clip. So if you enjoyed, check out my other social platforms, link in the description. I have a newsletter where I'm pretty active on. I have an X where I'm pretty active on. And I have an health Instagram page where I'm pretty active on. In short, I have a lot of other social media pages where I'm trying to grow, and it would be pretty cool if you checked it out. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you gained some sort of value, some sort of insight from it, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.